Hey everybody, welcome back to Safe Haven Valley Railroad. Our project that we're working on is this Britons hobby. Over the Thanksgiving weekend, had a few things go on that prevented me from getting to where I wanted to be, so I've managed to catch up last night and a little bit today. And so I'm going to go over what I did. Some of the stuff was a little bit of tricky, so I'm kind of glad I did it off the camera. But I will go over that and explain how I did it, and then we'll move forward. In today's episode, I plan on showing you how to apply the peel and stick shingles, and show you the shingles. And as you see, I've got the front door porch on, and I'm going to attach this other side porch. So let's get to it, and hopefully we can get that done and and then in the next video, maybe possibly finish it up. So here we go. Alright, so where I left off was I just got the building together, so in that time I managed to go along and do the trim work all the way around, which I think came out rather cool. And as it's coming together, I just can't believe how awesome these colors have actually been together. This is a blue gray, which actually to me is a blue green, because it looks like there's a tint of green in there, so it's actually pretty cool. With the brown trim and windows, it looks really awesome. And then I did the trim came out okay. I mean, I had a little bit of issues with it, primarily due to interruptions, but I managed to get it to work. So I can't say enough how I just for this little project, I'm pleased with it. So so far my overall rating of alcohol markers are phenomenal. They really add a whole different element to these projects, and for the price, it's just you can't beat it. So what I did do on the upper roof, I did put an extra piece on the back. I did not put a piece down here because of the window, but that's okay. This water will kind of come down and shoot off. It kind of like he shows it kind of like right there in that picture there. There is no board that goes down, so he looks like he used the just shingles and stuff. So it's coming out good. So today, what I want to do first is I want to tackle, I have this shingle stuff here, so I'll do that in a minute, but I want to tackle this other piece siding to get it on and it being glued. So I want to just double check to make sure I got the spacing correct, so if I have to make an adjustment, I can, which is great. Oop. I think that's good. So all I'm going to do is take a little bit of glue and just dab it right along the edge, kind of roll dab it, get it little by little, not a lot, because they don't need a lot. And I dab it on there because then it kind of already pre-smushes. And I can just wipe it off like that. And go on the underside and wipe it off like that. And then it's going to be kind of hard to see this for a minute, so just bear with me here. I'm going to just bring this all the way up like that. Make sure it's in place where I want it. Perfect. That looks pretty good. Now I take where did it go? Oh, here it is. I take my little Q-tip and I just kind of, what I do is I just kind of, I got a little, if you get a little glue on there too much, you can just take a Q-tip and just kind of, after you let it, it sets up just a moment so it's attached. To get the extra glue off of there, you can just take your pointed tip, whatever it is that you use that works for you. Doesn't have to be a toothpick. Lightly just kind of scrape away the excess glue. There. Now I have both of my porches on. And I think I got a little bit of glue left over. I do. Let me adjust that here for a second here. Okay. I think we got it. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There we go. That door is still not where it should be, but you know what? I'm not going to monkey with it because that's where you get trouble. But it still come out pretty good there. I got to make a slight adjustment after this sits. I got to just readjust the door a little bit, but I won't do it until after this door sets up a little bit. The other thing I wanted to do real quick while this dries, let that dry. Just lay it on its side like that. Is I wanted to show you how to do I wanted to show you first of all up close. If you remember how I did the shingles last time. Let's see if these will come in for you. There we go. Look how cool the shade changed from like the brownish tan to the gray. Let me pull this over here. See if I can bring over the comparison real quick. So, what these are, I got these. And this is what they look like in comparison. So, it's these shingles right here. That's what they are. And this is the color. So that turned out pretty darn well. Well, I like shading my shingles. I don't care about waiting till later. Whatever color I do it, I just do whatever I have cut out, and then I put it in a box or whatever that I'm doing for roofing materials in the scale that I'm doing. So I have in-scale pieces of roofing all over the place in a box, so I can do it better down the road without wasting time. So anyway, I am going to zoom in real quick here, so hopefully we can get a good sight. So as I said before, this is the backs peel, and these are basically stickers. So you're like I did the windows, on the house. You do the same thing for the shingles. And the way I do it is I just go up here in the back side up here, and I just kind of get my blade to catch and start to peel. See how that's just starting to peel apart? That's good. Now I've already trimmed these down to approximate and everything else. So I'm going to just lay these in, and then I'll show you the after effect. And you're just going to stack them 1, 2, 3, whatever is going to fit on here. I have 4 things set out. So let me just do this real quick. So I am actually going to do something real quick first. I realized I didn't color this, so I'm going to color this real quick. It don't matter what you do. I'm just going to take this and just color the back. So I don't want it white, so I just want it to, I'm going to give it this blue-gray color. That way it's not, you know, with the marker, just to kind of take it away from the whitish color and everything. So, and that's okay, because I just make it more of a dark color, because it's the same color as that, and this is actually the porch, so if this is the same color as that, it ain't gonna matter. I just don't want the white coming through. I just don't like the color of the board showing through with the shingle, because the shingle's a dark color. So anyway, alright, so there is that. Let that dry for a moment. Okay, that should be good enough. Alright, now let me zip through this real quick. So what I do is I just take it, and this should be not a hard thing to do. Because I cut these pretty good, you know, close to the size I need. I might need a little bit of a trim, but again, that's okay, because I'll show you how I trim my roofing shingles if I get them a little long. You're kidding me here. Okay, number 2 is ready to peel. Again, they're just a sticker, so peel backing. So you just peel it off like that, and then you apply it. So that's okay. And remember, when you do your shingles, to try to offset the lines. Sometimes it's easier said than done. I've caught myself numerous times where I didn't do that, and well, let's just say it didn't look good. So this is not what I want on yet because it's not working for me right now. So I'm going to redo this real quick. I interrupt you. Okay, so then we just take this and just okay, there we go. Get up my finger. And again, just peel it down like that. And that's all we got to do for these. Just make sure you just offset your grid lines with your shingles so that they don't match. This one looks to be a little bit short. And I don't typically do, I try to do different wavy lines in my roofing just to give it a different look, maybe a different age, that kind of thing. But you can do whatever it is you like to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that like that. Then all I do, when I run a line over like this, all I do is I just take it off, and then I just go right down the side of the piece. And these are not very thick, so you just go right down, and I just go straight down, and then I pull back. Boom. Easy as it can be. And then I turn it back over. And then make sure all this is good here. Perfect. And then just gonna undo this other one real quick. Now, mind you, what I'm working on right now is for the porch down here. And perfect. Just turn this over. I'm gonna run another row. I just don't want this to look pretty stupid. So when I do this, you don't want too big of a gap between bottom and top of the layer before, and so that's all good. So what I will do is I will just keep going until it's done. I've bring that down. Then what I do is I just push down like so. Flip it back over. Take the piece I just cut and use it as my starter for the next row up here. And if you do it alright, you can use, it's okay to have the extra top layer shingle showing and whatnot, but you know, it's up to you how you do it. But this is, like I said, this is just how I do it. Modeling has always been kind of interesting, so I'm going to take a little bit of a strip of this and just trim it off because I only need a little bit. I'm going to do it this way. Just trying to eye it here. Alright, there's that. We're done with that. Now this will be a fun one. I'm trying to peel this, maybe. It'll work with me. And it did. How about that? Alright, so now we just get this in there, and then the roof will be done for the porch. It will not be installed tonight, but we will get it on in the meantime, and then I'll show you how it looks, because I actually have to do actually adding supports to the front porch, believe it or not. Alright, let's just use my knife here. Alright, how does that look? Not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad. So let's just trim the excess off here while I'm got it. Okay. And I don't really like my roofs to look all that new. I mean, if you look at this, see how I did that? It's got some wear there, and it's wearing down there. I'm also going to be doing a little bit of staining with my Vetero real quick. So to do that, just grab my handy dandy thing like that, boom, and guess what? I'm going to just let that soak in. We got a problem solved. So let that dry. Next, in the next video, I will have this already installed, and I will have this trimmed, and I will show you how I will be doing the awning here, or like this, and I will using this. I'll be using the posts here as supports. So these are actually looking at it right now. It won't look that bad. I might change it up with something smaller. I have some smaller not 1/8 inch, but 1/16 strips that I can use in that too. So this just wraps up this episode. Like I said, I will be working on I'll get a part of the roof done here and here, and I'll save a little bit to show you how I do it. I will probably have this done and glued in the meantime, and then I'll catch you up on that, and then I will show you how I do these. This is the corner support, corner trim. So I'll probably will end up using this just because for the project it just lines up perfectly. This will just make it a nice covered porch, and I'm just adding that. All I'm doing is I'm adding see how here in the instructions the roof sits. Well, I'm gonna add a post on either corner, just to add it for some nice an extra look. And I'm gonna be doing blacktop roof, not like this, but rooftop like that. And once I get far as the kit's concerned, right now I'm pretty much done with the coloring. All I got to do is install the porch, and then get that roofing on there for the front porch. And I pretty much got this, as far as this kit's concerned, without any details. This kit is pretty much almost done. And then I will give it a good. I will give my final review of this kit and my final opinion on what I think about the markers and how they affect everything in the next video after I'm all done. So until then, you guys have a good night and welcome back from Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a good holiday, and we will see you next time.